Yes. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's Pravachana Malika talk number 7. Our keynote speaker is Dr. Prashant Bharadwaj, and we have some chanting and some concluding remarks also being given by the Veda Kendra students. And so I'd like to welcome all of you and then start with the inaugural Veda Kusumanjali.
ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः पशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ओम अग्ने नया सुपताराहे अस्मान् विश्वानि देवा वयुनानि विद्वान् योयोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठान्ते नमभुक्तिं विधेम ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ओम आब्रह्मन् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसी जायताम् आराष्ट्रे राजन्यः शूरैषव्योऽतिव्याधि महारथो जायताम् दोग्ध्रीधेनुः ओढानद्वान् आशुसप्तिः पुरन्धिर्योषः जिष्णोरतेष्ठाः सवेयो युवा अस्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामे नः पर्जन्यो न वर्षतो फलवत्यो न भोषदयः पच्यन्ताम् योगक्षेमो नः कल्पेताम् ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ओम आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमतो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् अहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मामा ब्रह्म निराकरोतु अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ओम.
Thank you, Vasan sir. So now we will have the recitation of Sringeri Sharada Ashtakam. So I will recite 4 shlokams and then Chiranjeev Mahesh will recite the other 4 shlokams. Om Shringatri Madhya Pravirajamanam Bhakteshta Vishrana Kalpavallim Tungasarattira Vihara Sattam Shri Sharadambam Shirasa Namami Shri Shankaracharya Varapradatrim Tatshishya Yogendra Vararchitangrim Vedanta Vedyam Trijagat Savitrim Shri Sharadambam Shirasa Namami Mandasvita Pranchita Vakta Ramyam Kshirabdifena Maralavaham Mrunalat Tantujjvala Patti Vastram Shri Sharadambam Shirasa Namami Shastreshu Sarveshwapi Siddhidatrim Suramya Satkavya Nidana Bhutam Sangitya Nrityadi Kalaswarupam Shri Sharadambam Shirasa Namami.
Namaste to all. I am Mahesh Karthik, grandson of Dr. Prabhakar and son of Shri Ananturi. I am reciting the other 4 shlokas from the Stotra Shri Sringeri Sharadashtakam. Indra Dideva Dipa Vandyamanam Yogindra षण्मानस राजहंसीं ब्रह्मान्तरं ग्रोल्लसन प्रवीणां श्रीशारदाम्बां शिरसा नमामि दोर्भिर्युक्ता चतुर्भिः प्रविभाषमाणां श्वाङ्काङ्कितप्रज्वलरम्यवीणां क्षीरोदफेनादिकशुभ्रकायां श्रीशारदाम्बां शिरसा नमामि यस्याः प्रसादात् कवयो भवन्ति यस्याः प्रसादात् सुधियो भवन्ति यस्याः प्रसादात् मुनयो भवन्ति श्रीशारदाम्बां शिरसा नमामि यस्याः कृपालेश विवर्जितस्यात् नरोदरायां पशुभिः शमानः श्रीचक्रमध्याहितसन्निधानां श्रीशारदाम्बां शिरसा नमामि इति शृङ्गेरि पीठाधिपति विरचित शारदाम्बाष्टकं सम्पूर्णं श्री शारदा देवी प्रसाद सिद्धिरस्तु ओम तत्सतु.
Thank you, Mahesh. So now I request Dr. Prabhakar, my father, to give the inaugural remarks on today's talk on Saraswati as mother, river, and goddess.
Welcome to you all. Om Saraswatyai Pavakayai Swaha. Om Saraswatyai Pavakayai Swaha. Today is a wonderful day when we are all in Ashadha Masam. Just yesterday we completed the Guru Purnima and celebrated the Vandanam, Sashtanga Namaskaram to all the Gurus, beginning from Sadashiva, coming up to in Madhya, Sankara, Ramanujar, Madhva, and then to all our Gurus. Today we are just spending time to just know something about Goddess Saraswati. She is a Vedic deity, has a lot of importance, and so this particular talk is being done by Dr. Prashant. Where is that? Dr. Bharadwaj Prashant. He is the Vice President of Indian Governing Council of Waves, and also is the Director of Indic Studies Foundation, California for India, and former Deputy Chairman of the Haryana Saraswati Heritage Development Board, Government of Karnataka, to introduce him simply. Otherwise, his biodata runs very big. But for our purpose, because he is connected with the Saraswati River Project, and also he is by himself a Saraswati, with all his contributions to the world of knowledge, and also that I just requested him to talk on Saraswati because his head is full of Saraswati now. Saraswati River Project or Goddess Saraswati, and he agreed readily to give a talk, and he has actually given talk in our our Waves International Conference, and very much impressive, and made also wonderful presentation. And I thought he must introduce and enlighten us with the knowledge of Saraswati. And he is very far off, but this computer or this internet has brought him very close, appearing before us. So Haryana or Himachal Pradesh or Uttar Pradesh or India or America or any other country, even from Germany also we have some friends. So now the entire thing is global. So all are present here. He stays in Haryana state, and I had the chance of meeting him in person last time when I attended the international conference at Delhi of Waves. And so we renewed our friendship and acquaintance, and we had a lot of talk and all that. So now not much talking about him and about Saraswati. I just asked Dr. Prashant Bharadwaj to enlighten us with the information and knowledge and the grace of Goddess Saraswati, who is a Vedic deity, Puranic deity, and modern deity, and whose puja or worship we do every year 2 times. She appears exclusively on Saptami in the Devi Navaratris in Ashwaya Masa, Saraswati Puja, Mula Nakshatra, she likes it. And Mula is the base. Mula Adhare Sthitosi Nityam. And on that nakshatra, we perform puja, and separately also in high schools and everywhere, one day for Saraswati Puja, they devote. For example, I happened to attend the Saraswati Puja in the Hindu temple. There they have very big program, Saraswati Puja one day. So I had the opportunity of attending. So anyway, Goddess Saraswati, we cannot escape because Vidya Vihinaha Pashuhu and Vanyeka Samalankaroti Purusham Ya Samskruta Dharyate. So these are all the great statements which will speak about the importance, and we cannot escape Saraswati. So paying regards for that goddess Saraswati, she is a Pavaka. Pavaka is Agni, Pavaka is energizer. If we have knowledge, we have no fear. If we drop the fear, Shanti comes to us. So long fear in one manner or another is present in us, then we will be restless. So Saraswati will make us extinguish the fear and pick up peace and progress. Thank you very much for this little opportunity, and I request now to Dr. Prasant to come up with his talk.
Pranam. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, please.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Pranam. Respected Professor Prabhakar ji, you are so kind, and definitely we have, I think, almost 18 years back when I met you first time in Pondicherry. From that day, you have lots of regards for me, and lots of affection you show every time with me. And I think we met prior to that in Nepal.
Yeah, correct.
Yes. In 2002, no?
Tribhuvan
Yes,
University.
we met in Nepal. Tribhuvan University, Kathmandu, yes. So, today's topic, you've chosen Saraswati. This is not new for waves because it's first conference held in Atlanta in 1996 was on based on Saraswati and Indic civilization. Today we are discussing the Saraswati as a mother, as a river, and as a goddess. Lots of verses, Vedic verses recited here in the praise of Ma Saraswati by various scholars of the Sanskrit and Vedic. And I think there are lots of uh, points which needs to be discussed, need to be understand in a different way. Today we are talking in term of science, because everything is vetted by science. So when we are talking on Saraswati, lots of people ask us what is the scientific base of the Saraswati, how you are proving Saraswati, it is Saraswati, Saraswati is a mythical river, and sometimes many scholars raise question on the Saraswati, why Saraswati is so important, why you are doing lots of things behind this project. So we have to understand all these points. I'm going to present in a very brief manner here. Uh, I'm not a scholar of Sanskrit or not a scholar of Vedic literature, so I'm hoping Professor Prabhakar ji and other scholars definitely correct me whenever I'm going to uh, describe anything in wrong context. So please, can I share my presentation?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yes, are you able to see my presentation?
Yes, we can see.
Are you able to see?
Yes, we can see it.
Here we are discussing the part of Saraswati. So it is very important. You have to feel how Saraswati look like today. It's look like a small, very small stream of water. It is still flowing in Haryana and some parts of Rajasthan and some parts of Gujarat. Can I stop my video if you allow me? Yes. Disturbing me now. So there are lots of verses in Rig Vedic and other text on Saraswati. If we are talking on Rig Vedic text, Rig Vedic, so first we have to understand why Saraswati is so important. I'm going to discuss the part very in a brief manner. In 1982, Dr. V.S. Wakankar started a project on Saraswati to explore Saraswati civilization, Saraswati heritage, Saraswati culture, and Saraswati in Rig Vedic text, and as a multidisciplinary approach. At that time, a small meeting held at Kurukshetra, and lots of people raised lots of questions why Saraswati is important. He said, once we are able to find out Saraswati exists, then definitely our whole civilization exists. Then definitely our Rig Veda are true. Then definitely our Vedic literature is true. So that's why Saraswati is so important, and we have lots of archaeological sites in Haryana, and uh, there was a very veteran who was Padma Bhushan awardee, Shri Darshan Lal Jain ji, who started this uh, project along with Wakankar ji in 1985, when a yatra held in Haryana in the month of November from Adibadri to Kutch of Gujarat. At that time, there are lots of questions and curiosity to know about the Saraswati. And the same day, ISRO launched geostationary satellites. So there was some imageries of paleo channels exist in Haryana and Rajasthan and Gujarat. In 1998, ISRO and other organizations like Central Groundwater Board and other organizations also start to explore these things in Haryana. And after that, the outcome came out. The first report published by ISRO in 2004. Jagral is requesting remote control of your screen. What
Yeah,
should I
please
do?
don't. No. Don't agree for it.
Decline?
Decline. Yes.
Okay. So going back to the Rig Veda, Rig Veda mentioned a large number of rivers from the Ganga in the east, in the Indus in the west. However, it is Saraswati alone which has been referred to many a time, maybe nearly 50. In fact, some of the suktas have exclusively been devoted to her. She has multiple aspects. First and foremost, she is a river which flows in terra firma, but may be visualized as she is a river which flows on the terra firma, but may also be visualized as she is a mother. Here we are first sukta in the praise of mother, river and goddess. Ambitame, Naditame, Devitame, Saraswati. So in this sukta, our today's theme is based on this sukta. Saraswati as mother, Saraswati as river, and Saraswati as a goddess. When we are talking on Saraswati as mother, we have Rigvedic Sukta 546-2. Agni Indra Varun Mitra Deva Sharga Prayanta Marudot Vishnu Ubha Nasatya Rudro Adna Pusha Bhaga Saraswati Jushantah. In a similar manner, we have another in the praise of river. Yes, this is very important sukta. Lots of people say Saraswati is a mythical river. If Saraswati is a mythical river, then we have to understand this sukta. इमं मे गंगे यमुने सरस्वती शतुद्रु स्तोमा शचिता पुरुषन्या अस्य किन्यामर्द्रिदे वितस्ताया जिकिये शुणुया सुषोमया. This is very important sukta. this very important sukta. O Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Shatudru means Satluj, and Prishanya means Ravi. O Marudrida with Asakni, Chanab. O Ajikiya with Vitastaya, Jhelam. Sushoma, Sohan. In this sukta, we can see all the sub-Sindhu river of Sindhu in between Sindhu and Saraswati. If Saraswati is a mythical river, why all the other rivers exist today? We can see Gange, yes, exist. Yamuna, yes, exist. Saraswati, yes, exist. Shatadru, yes, exist. Shatoma, yes, exist. Asakniya exist. Vitasta Jhelam exist. All the rivers are existing. Why Saraswati is mythical? If Saraswati is mythical, then definitely Ganga, Yamuna and Shatadru should be mythical. We can see all together 19 rivers are mentioned in these verses. First one, this Mandal 10, Sukta 75, fifth mantra. Sapt, Sapt, Tredha. Here, we have to understand the physiology of North India. If we see the topography of northern region of India, we will find all these rivers are still existing and still flowing. I will show you the Paleo Channel map as well as other maps, simplified maps, Professor Valdier's map, and other scholars' map in the next slides. Yes, this is also an important Saraswati Nadi Nam Shuchiryati Girabhya Asmudrat. Some scholar raised question, Saraswati exists in Afghanistan. If Saraswati exists in Afghanistan, they said this is Harkavati, Helmand River of Afghanistan. Then this verse clearly indicate Saraswati Nadi Nam Shuchiryati Giribhya Asmudrat. It starts from Giribhya, its origin in Giribhya in upper Himalaya, in upper Himalayan region, and flows till sea. But there is no sea at all in Afghanistan. There are lots of verses in the praise of Saraswati in Islamic texts also. But I'm not going to recite here because you are all the scholars of Sanskrit. So you know all these verses. Just referring here for your reference. And lots of scholars who visited India in ancient times, they mentioned the Saraswati somewhere in maps, somewhere in literature, somewhere in traveling books. Even our gazetteers, we have a long discussion on Saraswati. Jayendra Saraswati ji in 2000 visited Adivadri. You can see Saraswati Sarovar at Adivadri, where he took bath in 2008. Saraswati is also available in revenue record in Haryana. This is the gazetteer of 1893 and 92, Ambala gazetteer. You can see the text mentions Saraswati, the Saraswati as ancient Saraswati. So this is a current view of Adibadri. Moroppanji, who initiated this project, and Padma Shri Dr. V.S. Vakarkar inspired from him and started this project in 1980, and after that Padma Bhushan Darshan Lal Jain ji started this in 1985, and 1999 established Saraswati Nadi Shodh Sansthan in Haryana. In 2015, Haryana government established Saraswati Heritage Development Board, and with the grace of Master, I took the charge of this board as a first deputy chairman. In 2015, when we started this project, we tried to find out some terrains and terraces in Haryana. As per the revenue record, we start to channelize this river. When we start to channelize,
I think there is some audio problem, right? He's disconnected.
Yes, yes, I am also unable to hear. I don't know others.
Yeah, he has disconnected. So maybe he has a network problem. We just wait for him to come back.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You're back.
Hello.
Yeah. You can continue. You can project your screen and continue. Yeah, the previous slide, if you can go, that's where we missed you. So we lost your audio in the previous slide. Yeah, from here.
Okay. So it was the month of May 2015 when we started to channelize the Saraswati River, and the place Mughal Wali, very near to Adibadri, where we found very rich sands and higher grade Himalayan rocks. Definitely the provenance of these rocks were in upper Himalayas. After that, we start to explore other things. We found also some shells, seashells there. You can say, see how mighty was this river at that time. This is the river bed in Mughal Wali. You can feel rich sands, deposits here, and this definitely looks like a riverbed. So there are lots of evidences exist on the ground at that time. After that, lots of media coverage and lots of people raised so many questions also. But with the grace of Ma Saraswati, we are able to deliver all the answers. A multidisciplinary studies carried by different agencies like our Kurukshetra University, our National Institute of Hydrology Roorkee. We involved ONGC, we involved Central Groundwater Board, we involved ISRO, we involved ARC Mumbai, and IIT Kanpur also. Professor Sinha is there. He has written lots of uh, paper on Saraswati. In IIT Gandhinagar, Michel Danino, who also published a book on Lost River Saraswati. Lots of scholars visited to these places, and they finally come on conclusion Saraswati definitely exists. There is no myth at all. So first thing that is we have to understand Saraswati is not a mythical river at all. Saraswati is definitely existing today, while it is in the form of very small stream, flows in Haryana. If we go on the what is the scientific basis of the Saraswati, so in 1999 to 2004, a team of Professor A.K. Gupta, J.R. Sharma ji, and B.K. Bhadra in ISRO and do its GIS mapping. And after that, in Haryana, GSI and ISRO and HARSEC, and NGRI Hyderabad also, NRSC, and RRSC Jodhpur. Did a multidisciplinary study on Saraswati archaeological part. Hello. On the archaeological part, Archaeological Survey of India, Dr. R.S. Bisht at that time, who was the Director Exploration, and Jagmohan Ji was the Minister of Culture, who made a steering committee in Ministry of Culture. All these evidences were collected and analyzed and synthesized. After that, in 2016, a Paleo-Channel report under the chairmanship of Padma Bhushan Professor K.S. Waldia ji. Unfortunately, in last 1 year, we lost all these icons, Darshan Lal ji, Waldia ji, Jagmohan ji, and Budev Sharma ji also. This is definitely an unfortunate part. Department of Geology, Kurukshetra University, Professor A.R. Chaudhary. Saraswati Heritage Development Board established its first center of excellence on the study of Saraswati River at Kurukshetra University, and Professor A.R. Chaudhary is the director of this. Harsek, at that time Dr. Ramesh Huda ji and Mr. Anup Kumar did a resistivity survey in the Haryana region only, especially in Yamunanagar. They found the water availability on the shallow depth. We have Saraswati also in Survey of India's maps of 1912 and 13. These are some Paleo-Channel maps of Saraswati. ISRO's finding. This is a very simplified map of Saraswati in Rajasthan region. This is Sirsa in Haryana, and this is Ghaggar Saraswati. And here we can see Saraswati in some parts of Pakistan region, and then in Thar region again it comes in Indian, and then finally in Ran of Kutch it falls in Ran of Kutch, Bigakot, and then in sea. This is a simplified map, and here in Jaisalmer region, in Gataru and the Tanot area, Central Groundwater Board, Rajasthan Groundwater Department, and ISRO, BARC, Mumbai, work as a team, and they dig almost 24 wells in this region. Out of 24, 21 wells having very good quality of water. I will show the result in follows slide. This is satellite imagery. You can see these black spots. These black spots are sinking. This means there is some water. So you can see this is very thick and continuous Paleo-Channel in Haryana, Jind, Kaithal it is flowing on. In 2006, in Kathal, Kapil Muni Ashram, an artesian flow from the Paleo channel, and ISRO, Kurukshetra University, and some other agencies made study on it. Also did isotopic analysis. They found its provenance in Himalayas. So this water is glacial water. Recently, ONGC drilled 10 bore wells in Haryana, in Uncha Chandana and Pipli and Ishargarh. In this region, they also found glacial presence of in Saraswati. These are the archaeological settlements along the course of Saraswati River. So this is Haryana region and this is Rajasthan region. So in Haryana and Rajasthan, there are rich settlements along the course of Saraswati. In early days when first Director General of Archaeological Survey of India, MacDonald, and after that in 1917, when Harappa was excavated by D.R. Sainiji, and in 1942 oral steins and after 50s, early 50s, A. Ghosh and others. In 1968, Professor B.B. Lals, and after that R.S. Bist and other scholars made a lots of study on these settlements. And recently, Professor Basant Shinde from Deccan College, now it is a university, Deccan Postgraduate Institute, Rakhigadi is in Hisar. This is a very big settlement, and government of Haryana and Deccan jointly and ASI also excavated it, and there are lots of evidences of Indian civilization exist, and it dates back 5,000 years to 3,000 years. This is simplified Paleochannel map. Here you can see this dark blue lines. These blue lines is Saraswati River, and the light green lines are the Paleochannels exist in Saraswati region from this is Ambala Adi Badri region, and this is Sirsa in last border of Haryana. So a simplified map on Haryana map. These are settlements of different period. You can see 4000 BC, 3700 BC, and 2500 BC. How settlements exist in these areas. So definitely civilizations at that time, we can say in Saraswat region, there is a borewell at Pipli by Central Groundwater Board. Here also we found very good quality of water, very good quality of water. Not only quality of water, uh, very good discharge also. Ministry of Water Resources and Rejuvenation and Central Groundwater initiated these projects and hello. Drilled 8 bore wells in Haryana in 2014-15. A committee was constituted under the chairmanship of Professor K.S. Waldia, submitted its first report in 2016 with major recommendation mission data bank and on Paleo channel, mission fair delineation and development, mission Paleo channel recharge, mission heritage development, framing law and regulation, formation of specific cell for developing the plans for the development of Saraswati. On this recommendation of Paleo Channel Committee, Government of Haryana made certain project how we can tap the flood water, and this water can be stored in reservoir. We have around 400-acre land in Rulahedi village near Adibadri, where we are going to construct a big reservoir in 400 acre and a small dam at Adibadri and a barrage to divert this flood water to this. I will show you. Yes, to divert this water to this reservoir, and then gradually we can flow this water over here into the Saraswati channel. This is a man-made channel of Saraswati. But why we need this channel? Why we are doing rejuvenation of Saraswati? At least the coming generation should know, and at least they never will prefer to say Saraswati is a mythical river. Once, whether it is a small stream of Saraswati, they definitely feel Saraswati exists. Saraswati is not now a disappeared river. Saraswati exists. I'm again and again focusing on uh, these words. Even we passed a resolution in Kurukshetra in international conference. No one will say Saraswati as a mythical river from today onwards. I requested to all these scholars, please don't write Saraswati as a mythical river. Saraswati exists and there are lots of evidence is Saraswati is flowing. We we propose this reservoir in village Challor near Adivadri. So we are also uh, trying to uh, connect these places with the multidisciplinary approach. So we have very good heritage points in this Saraswati area, Adibadri, Kapalmochan, Saraswati Tirth, Kurukshetra, Pihova. Pihova is the Haridwar of Saraswati. and other reason to promotion of tourism and development of Saraswati Tirtha. Flood protection, yes, definitely Saraswati, this area is flood prone area. So we are going to divert this river water, this flood water into the Saraswati channel as well as Saraswati reservoir, which also helps in recharging of water. Not only recharging of water, we can say recharging of paleo channels. We can do minor irrigation activities also, drought management. In 2017, we start a drive along the river of Saraswati, plantation drive. In that year, Haryana was celebrating its 50th anniversary. So we took this project as a 50th anniversary of Haryana. We are going to plantation of trees along the course of Saraswati. We planted almost 37,000 trees along the course of Saraswati in Haryana region. Sant Sichewal, here you can see environmentalist and very renowned river reformer, I can say, in Haryana, especially those rivers which are now dried up. So he linked these rivers with some channels and revive it. In Rajasthan also, Professor Dr. Rajendra Singh. I'm coming again back. Yes, this region. These are Uttarakhand and higher Himalayas. Yes, this map. Here you can understand this Sab-Sindhu region river, Vitasta, Asikinya, Eravati, Ravi, Vipasha, Shatadru. In Ropar, Saraswati divert on 90-degree angle, and Saraswati earlier flows from this way to Shatrana. Here Saraswati met with Shatadru, but due to some tectonic moment, Saraswati, the Shatadru divert in 90-degree from here, and here we now Saraswati is met with Sindhu. But earlier it flows on from this route, Rashatrana and Kalibanga. Here is another Drishadwati. Drishadwati is earlier Yamuna's, and this is Yamuna river piracy. Professor Valdia mentioned about river piracy in very detail in his paper published in Resonance in 1996. So this is the Yamuna. Yamuna divert from Ponta region or Adivadri region towards eastward to, and here met with the Chambal river in near Mathura, and then in Allahabad there is a Sangam of three rivers. So why we are saying Sangam in Allahabad? Now the Saraswati water which was flowing towards westward, divert from here to the eastward. So Saraswati is flowing along with Yamuna, and Yamuna and Saraswati is flowing together, and then definitely when it met with Ganga, then we start to say a Sangam of Saraswati, Ganga and Yamuna here. Another tributary, Satluj, which divert almost 5,000 years back. These are some paleochannel maps in Thar region. Yes, these are some bore wells drilled by Central Groundwater Board and ISRO in Jaisalmer region. Here we can see the quality of water. You can see TDS is very low, 934, which is very good quality water. Almost in that region, the salinity and TDS varies from 6,000 to 4,000. Here, they some you can see these are water quality, and these are water quality in this region. Now Dharmiku, Gotaru. This is the Jaisalmer region. I can say border. It touches almost the Pakistan border. So this is the dating. You can see the oldest say Sadhewala tube well, 18,800 years old. Then 1200, 400, 8900 years from today. So the water fossils available varies from 1300 to 18,000 years. In Gujarat region, if you can see this Mukteshwar Sinchai Yojana. This Mukteshwar dam. Here, when Modi ji was the Chief Minister of Gujarat, he connected Saraswati through channels and trying to rejuvenate it in the form of Sarovar. Saras means Saraswati. Saras means Saraswati. These are some water temples in Saidpur, Ranika Vav, Patan. Yes, this is important. In 2000, when you can see Bhuj earthquake, after Bhuj earthquake and before Bhuj earthquake, the two comparative pictures are here. You can see some paleo channel existing, some water is coming here. So this was another evidence Saraswati paleo channel still exists in Gujarat region, in Rajasthan region and in Haryana region. These are some old maps. Here, 1746 map. Saraswati is mentioned here. Saraswati is mentioned here, and here is Saraswati in these maps, Mughal maps also, and Indian maps also. Yes, ONGC did borewell in Haryana. So this is Uncha Chandana. You can see depth is 417 and discharge is 10 1 lakh no, it is 1,12,000 for 40 liter per hour, and its aging is carbon dating aging is 10,230 years. Yes, this is Ishargarh. It is 14,000 year old, and discharge is 9,200. 92,000, sorry, 92,000 years. So we are finding good discharge in Haryana region. I'm going to skip these slides. We already visited. Rashtrapati ji visited to Saraswati exhibition in Kurukshetra. Some international. Yes, we made MOU with different agencies. This is the present channelization of river and construction of some tirthas in Piowa. Saraswati starts flowing again. You can see rejuvenated Saraswati river at Pipli. Earlier river was like this and now river is like this. Yes, here you can see the rich sands and pebbles. These are layers. The student of geology can understand this. Yes, you can see the Survey of India's map of 1990, 1912-13, Saraswati Nadi. They clearly written it as a Saraswati Nadi. Here is another Saraswati N. Saraswati N means Saraswati Nadi. These are archaeological sites along the course of Saraswati, Bildana, Banavali, Siswal, Kunal, Rakhigadi, all exist on the Saraswati region. Religion is recently in March 2017, Kunal excavated again by a Indian Archaeological Society and Government of Haryana together. I visited there. This stone I found here is rich mica, and this is higher grade Himalayan stone. You can see these shells are found there in Kunal. All these Amwala in Yamuna in 2015, we found these shells. So definitely there is another evidence of river. Saraswati has heritage potential. Saraswati Sarovar at Adibadri. These are the archaeological site at Adibadri. This is a Buddhist site. The region of Yamunanagar of this Haryana region or some western UP region were influenced by Jain, Buddhist and Hindu culture. Mantra Devi. This it is a dam axis where we are going to construct a dam on Saraswati River. The Kambal Mochan, Biaspur, Satluj, there. The Chaneti Stupa is also there of 13th century. Kapil Muni Ashram in 2006 artisan flow occur here. Skeleton found in Rakhi Gadi, Hisar. The Rakhi Gadi. We restored some temples along the course of Saraswati. Definitely hello, are you here?
Yes,
Hello.
yes.
Yeah, we can hear. Yes.
Why it is not showing to me?
Yeah, we
Why it
lost
is
the
not?
screen sharing. Yeah, you can try screen sharing again.
Yes, there is some technical issue.
Yeah, if you try screen sharing, I think it should work.
Yes. So, this brief description on Saraswati in different aspects of Saraswati. What is going on today uh, and how it is relevance in today's context. Why we have to discuss on the existence part. Not only we are talking on existence part, we have to discuss on the what is the relevance of Saraswati in today's and present era. So Saraswati as a mother, definitely Ganga we are considering as mother because water is a prana tattva. Water is a prana tattva. So anything which is related to our life, like milk, cow's milk. So we are considering cow as a mother. Similarly, water is our pran tattva. So we are considering river as a mother because river gives us water. And in Rigvedic text, there are lots of verses in the praise of Mother and also in the praise of Devi as a goddess. But I am focusing on the river part here because at present era, water is going to be a big challenge to the coming generation. If we are able to delineate these peli channels, in our former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, start this initiative to join the rivers, join the paleo channel, and definitely present government of India is considering lots of project of interlinking of rivers, and we are trying to rejuvenate this Saraswati, Gaggar, interlinking of Saraswati, Som to Gaggar as a rejuvenation project of Saraswati in Haryana. I'm going to stop here. I think I have taken a lots of time of yours. Sir,
Yes,
Sarji,
thank you. Good, please.
so maybe may I have one small question? So in some text, it is also written that Saraswati River is a tributary of river Alakananda coming from the Badri Hills. And also subsequently it also says when you come down Rishikesh and then little bit below Haridwar as well as Nainital. In Nainital also witnessed in 1996, I guess, when I was traveling on the Himalayan belts, it was like 1 feet or a few inches only depth that river Saraswati was flowing on the mountain of Nainital. Is it true, sir? It is still there like this?
Manishji, have you visited to Mana?
No, sir. Mana, I haven't gone, but some of my colleagues also went in this group. Yes.
Yes. You are mentioning Alaknanda, Saraswati is a tributary of Alaknanda. And there in Mana village, Saraswati, this is a small tributary of Alaknanda, which is almost 3 to 4 kilometer tributary. Could you imagine a 4-kilometer stretch of rivers where we are considering it as Saraswati would be the same mighty river of Saraswati? Would be the same Saraswati river? We are talking on the mighty river of Saraswati. So how can be possible? Yes, definitely there are lots of rivers in India having the same names. In Gujarat, we have Gomati River. In UP, we have Gomati River. In Nepal, we have Gomati River. So there are lots of river having same names. So definitely this is a tributary of Alaknanda. People call it as a Saraswati. Why they call it as a Saraswati? This river originated from the mountains, and after its origin points, uh, after traveling 1 kilometer on surface, it again it again disappears, and after that just before meeting to Alaknanda, just 1 kilometer from that part, it again oozing out from the mountain. So lots of people visits there to see this section of river, but this is not the same river what we are going to talking about here. So Saraswati river cannot be 3 kilometer stretch of rivers. It is 1,000 kilometer in stretch of rivers from Himalaya to sea. Definitely from Himachal, Haryana, Jammu Kashmir, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and then finally Kutch, Gujarat, and sea,
Thank you, sir.
Arabian Sea. If you have to see, just I'm going to share the map. You can see this map again. You have to understand this map, Professor Valdia's map. This is very important map. These are the rivers of the Sub-Sindhu region, and these are the river of the Ganga Plains river. Now, so if you could understand this map, then definitely this depicts your answer of, you can yourself analyze and find it out the answers of your questions.
Thank you, sir. Now I think it is clear in this map. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Prashant sir. The talk is very, very fantastic. We have seen so many pictures, maps. I have never seen Mughal maps and Italian maps referring to Indian geography. That's wonderful. And you've given a lot of scientific information about water quality. You've talked about books, which we can also look at. And definitely have cleared the confusion of myth or not. And your citations from Vedas to even like modern government work on this Saraswati project, and you've given a very comprehensive picture of the problem. So thank you so much for the talk today. We really, really appreciate, and we're just awed by your knowledge of and efforts you have put on this important topic for India. So I now request my father to give any remarks, and then we can have Sri K.S. Bhatt give the conclusion, and Sri Vasan do the vote of thanks.
So thank you, Dr. Prashant Bharadwaj. You have really made a mythical river, a lively river, experienceable, enjoyable, and it has become a Tirtha sthalam wherever we go. In fact, in last Delhi conference, somebody was telling, we'll have a time to take you to the Saraswati river proper and have all the site and all that. So it's really nice. Of course, everybody knows much about Saraswati as a goddess, as a mother, and all that is there. Somebody was asking, is Saraswati mother? She is really mother. And mother means she is source. Without water source, no life at all. That's what you have told. I mean, it is a prana sattvam. It is the life, giving us life. So the other, because of the lack of time, you are not able to go into the other two aspects of Goddess Saraswati. But moreover, we have been teaching or studying the Saraswati Suktam in our classes every Wednesday. And we are trying to know the meaning and also the glory of Goddess Saraswati as was presented. But now I realize the Saraswati Suktam which we are learning contains mantras drawn from various mandalas of the Rig Veda. And our students we're all able to know how the Saraswati as a river, goddess or river, we will be able to understand from the mantras, Sutudri and all that. And every day we remember all these rivers while taking bath, because all rivers we invoke them into our bathroom, into our water, so that we become everyday Punitas. So thank you very much, wonderful talk. And in fact, your presentation, PowerPoint presentation is a lot of knowledge and scope for thinking and inspiration to visit the areas, though we have not been able to do it yet. Thank you very much. And now I ask Bhatt.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks to Guruji for giving me an opportunity to talk few things here, concluding remarks. And it was really fantastic today. Dr. Prashant Bharadwaj, you have really, I can say, enlightened us in terms of the river, which was, we were thinking so far it was a Sindhu river, and because of Sindhu, we are all that Sindhu civilization. Now what we understand is that it is Saraswati civilization. Recently, General Bakshi also has written a book on that. It was so nice for us to understand, and also you have gone through Rig Veda, and you referred from that Rig Veda, 10,230 years old you are talking, and you have come up to today's latest what exactly is happening. And from here, what I understand is that we are very lucky that during when we are living here now, we are able to see all that. And the Rig Veda, it started from the bank of this Saraswati river, and it was Gupta Gamini. Now it is no more Gupta Gamini because of all your and your team's effort and a lot of great people. They have made this as it was there, and it will be there. It is going to be there. That's something very nice, especially when you are showing us all that archaeological and the effort is gone in, like sand, rock, and things from the Survey of India, geological evidences, hydrological evidences, 1863 archaeological evidences, and all that. Scientifically, it is proven that Saraswati is live. And it is also because of that river, it is for prana for us. So you have explained everything about Saraswati as mother, river, and also goddess. It's very interesting that now our Guruji, Dr. Prabhakarji, is teaching us every Wednesday about Saraswati Suktam. And from that Suktam, it was so impressive. Then it's the right time before concluding, we got this kind of knowledge also from you. And I remember when I was 43 years old, 1978, I learned one sloka. That sloka is Shuklam Brahma Vichara Sara Paramam Madhyam Jagat Vyapinim Leela Pustaka Dharinim Abhayadam Jadyanda Karapaham Haste Spadik Malikam Vidadatim Padmasane Sustitam Vande Jagadishwarim Bhagavatim Buddhi Pradam Sharadam. Such a beautiful thing from Saraswati up to Sharada. Shankaracharya Adi Shankara has called her as Sharada. Such a beautiful shloka. This is the first class I learned in my 8th standard, and it was so impressive. And other things, I think every day we know, all of us, we do say, we say, this during our Sandhyavana time, we say that Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sannidhim Kuru. We also say that when we Vidyarambha time, Saraswati Namastabhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavat Mesda. In the Veda, Vasan Guruji taught us Prano Devi Saraswati Vajeru Vajinivati Dhinama Vitrevatu Ano Divo Brahata Parvatada Saraswati Ejatagantu Yajnam Vagdevi Namaha. That means Saraswati is responsible. She is the power as a talk. And in Medha Sutta it says, Medham me Indro Dadatu Medham Devi Saraswati Daivim Medha Saraswati Samam Medha Saraswati Jotaja Swaha. So one more thing what I studied is that when I was small, Ya Kundendu Tusharahara Dhavala, Ya Shubhra Vastranvita, Ya Veena Varadanda Manditakara, Ya Shweta Padmasana, Ya Brahmachita Shankara Prabhativihi, Devai Sada Pujita, Samam Padu Saraswati Bhagavati, Nishiyesha Jadyavaha. All those things are very nicely put and in a Sanskrit literature, and we are lucky that to see that physically, yes, it is there through satellites, people have seen, and it is something reality. Guruji today said, Vidya Vihina Pashu Samanaha. That means if you don't have Vidya, that with Vidya along with the Viveka, if it is not there, there is no difference between animals and human like us. So what is important is Vidya. So Vidya, what is that Vidya? There is Para Vidya and Apara Vidya. So it's very important. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Last part is Moksha. Everyone, all of us, we would like to realize ourselves. That is a knowledge, enlightenment. Then we want the moksha, ultimate truth. And there it's a permanent. It is very, very important for all human beings, because as a human being, we get an opportunity to realize ourselves and to reach the highest goal of human life, that is moksha. So where is Saraswati here now? The Saraswati is Manasa Putri, or I can say it is associated with the Brahma. And Lakshmi is associated with the Vishnu, and Kali is associated with the Shakti, is Shiva. So Saraswati is Vak, it is Shakti. She is responsible for we have Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas. For doing karma, one of the organ is that our Vak. Once we have the art of communicating what is there in our mind, it is easy to manage. For example, I am from software industry as a R&D management I am doing, ABB. There the communication is very, very important. And 80% of time we make sure that we are communicating the right thing with the right people. So when we communicate, we need to understand what is the other person's qualities. For example, is he a sattvic type person, or is he a rajasic type of person, or tamasic type of person? And we call, as per Belbin, we call this as action-oriented people, social people, and the individual people. So we try to deal according to what they prefer to deal with. It's like somebody comes to our home, we offer them, we will ask, would you like to have coffee or tea? We prefer to deal with as per their requirement. So if you have this Saraswati Siddhi, if you have that walk, if you have that thinking, it is very easy to deal with other people according to what they prefer to. And also Saraswati is a sattvic side. That's why we are generally interactions are happening with the Rajasic, and we have to take that Rajasic guna to sattvic side. That means whatever we are talk, it is very, very powerful. That is what Saraswati is. And Saraswati is also, she is Vak, and it is also Manas. In one place it says Saraswati, for example, Saras is a fluid, and it is like a lake, it is Sarovar, and it's also river, Sarita. So this Saras, Sarita, and it's a flow. Knowledge is flowing from one place to another place. The beauty of Saraswati is, when Saraswati comes to us, Saraswati Olidal, we say in Kannada, for example. Saraswati, once she is in, she will expand. What expansion? Our knowledge, our manas, our vyaktitva, our personality. That is Saraswati. And there is another thing is called, from this Vedic point of view, Sara is essence. Swa is oneself. the essence of oneself is nothing but Atmajnana, understanding about myself, what I am, who am I, and that me, that inquiry, that as Swami Vivekananda said in his Chicago, before going to that his that religious talk, he wanted to talk perfect thing in front of so many people for the first time at his young age. And he prayed Saraswati that whatever I talk, just be with me. I'll just follow whatever you give me idea that time. So he started with American Sisters and Brothers. That made a huge impact. You know that the outcome of all that today is something very big spiritual wave. And because of which today our Saswara Veda book, it is published by Ramakrishna Ashram, for example. So all those things, we got it because of the Saraswati, that Siddhi is there with most of these kind of people, and they give Jnanam. And as Guruji said, Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Shankaracharya or Ramanujacharya or Madhvacharya, all acharyas. So this is a flow of knowledge. It's a continuous flow, and that expands our knowledge. Once that expansion happens, all that is happening in our mind, and that is the reason the mind region, the brain, it is able to absorb that kind of knowledge. It's able to give that knowledge in our actions. Then we are sattvic, and it's easy for us to achieve our higher goal. Other thing is, because of that knowledge is there in this area, we have that Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna Nadi in this place. This is a knowledge where we are surrendering to Guru, and the forehead we are putting, and I can say it's a painted as per that one. We are ensuring that that knowledge is secured, and we are with our own lanchanas. We make sure that we are always praying God all the time, and also we are working towards achieving our self-satisfaction, finally ultimate goal of moksha. So with this, I think time is short. I would like to thank for giving me an opportunity to talk few things about Saraswati, and my pranam to Guruji. And the scene, you are able to see me with my background. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, that is the place where I am born. I am very lucky that middle of that forest, my house, you can see one small dot. So I am really born there. And the thing is, I had to walk to my school for learning this Sanskrit A standard daily 7 + 7, 14 kilometers without chapel. I still remember walking through the forest and enjoying. I used to really pray God during that time. That was the first sloka. I still remember that sloka. It was a great thing. And thanks Guruji for giving me an opportunity. With that, I know that the Saraswati, she is having Veena, that is music for us, and she is having Veda book. She is having a Spatikamala, and that is spiritual knowledge. And there is her symbol, there is below Hamsa. Hamsa is giving Viveka. It knows how to discriminate what is good and what is bad, and taking the essence from water, that's a milk, it's able to absorb. Below you have peacock, without it says the simplicity that all put together, this Saraswati, if Saraswati Olidare, I think we are able to reach our highest goal. And my sincere pranam to Guruji and all those who have attended here. Namaste.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful, sir. I never know that K.S. Bhatt is so much potential. Now he is really potential and able to tell us, because he is in the research and development department in the software way. But in the beginning, you observe, I have to introduce this particular stotra. I'll circulate to all people. That is Sringeri Saradashtakam. Sarada Devi is installed in Sringeri, and of course Kashmir is one place where also Kashmir, Sarada and all that. But these 8 slokas, which are recited by Dr. Anjaneya Prasad and Mahesh, contain the praise of Sringeri Sarada and in the Tunga river, and very useful, and you can make the prarthana of that. Probably it has been written by Narasimha Bharati of Mahaswami of Sringeri, and I will just introduce there. Vishastreshu sarveshu visiddhidatrim suramya satkavya nidana bhutam Sangeeta Nrutyadi Kalaswarupam Sri Sharadambam Sirasa Namami. And again, Yasyaha Kripalesa Vivajjitasyat Narodharayam Pasubhis Samana Sri Chakra Madhyahita Sannidhanam Sri Sharadambam Sirasa Namami. So all these 8 slokas will give us a clue how the Saraswati Devi is a mother and is a goddess, and she is a Vagdevi, and so on. So we have plenty of literature on Goddess Saraswati as mother, as supporter, as many aspects. But now, today, I should congratulate our Dr. Prasad, because he has given us so much of pictorial information also, that Saraswati, though very well attested in literature, still she is a flow and she is living, and we can always have, if we are lucky, to go to the bank of the Saraswati river. No doubt when we go to Prayaga and Triveni Sangamam, only that boatman will say, these 2 rivers, look at the rivers, black and white, Ganga and Yamuna, Saraswati is inside. We don't know her color and all that. But we believe that 3 Venis river flow. And so, because even the women also are supposed to wear their hair style to make that long pigtail, long flowing tresses into 3 strands. And 3 strands are called together and makes a beautiful rich hair. So like that, here also the Triveni Sangamam. In fact, Prashant has pointed out that Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati go together, flow together, live together. But fortunately, they meet Ganga, and therefore they merge into Ganga, become Triveni. Beautiful concept, physically also established or visible. And then it becomes Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. These 3 rivers put together. And so, of course, the river Saraswati water must also be white. So Ganga white, Saraswati white, white and white, more purity. That's why she becomes Pavaka and Chodayitri, etc. compliments to her. And so there are many Saraswati stotras. In fact, our Bhatta has projected a beautiful paper where there are 3-4 slokas where we have got Shankara also has made a praise. Now, so many scholars have praised Saraswati Devi. And so we just pray the Kataksha of Goddess Saraswati upon us. And there are 41 slokas or mantras which are anthologically collected by the Ramakrishna Mission people into that. While reciting or learning them, we may not know the source, but there is a continuity of knowledge regarding the Goddess Saraswati, represented in 3 aspects: mother, river, and goddess. So goddess means Devi. Devi means Dipyamana Subhava, always shining. Another point we learn from Saraswati Sukta is that not only the river is pure, and she makes other neighboring rivers also, river waters also pure. So pure mixed with another makes also pure. That is exactly the nature of gods. The gods, basically, they are having the very nice ideas, and all those nice ideas are also given to the devotees of the gods. Therefore, Devanam Sakhyam Iyushe, the strong, fond desire of all people is, first we have to befriend the gods. Then once we befriend the gods and goddesses or whatever, then Devanam Ratihi Rujuyatam, then their Rati, their Sampada will be Rujuyatam, means straightforward. It doesn't require any agencies. Without any agencies, the divine grace flows on us. Something like the Guru's grace, all without any agency, flowing upon all students. And Guru not only expects the students learn and also grow prosperous. So Guru Purnima we celebrate because Guru is a Purna Purusha. That means he must be having most important 2 gunas: to spread the knowledge and make the students who receive the knowledge to receive more and more knowledge by thinking and experience. And all that is possible because of the ethical generality that our goddess Saraswati contains in her. Therefore, actually, Dr. Prashant has been, Bharadwaj has been having Saraswati in his head as a flow of river, and he has entertained the Saraswati's grace in him. And today, that grace has been shared to all people. In fact, we cannot normally visualize all those pictures, but we see in the photographs which he has projected himself a participant at those digging areas and tirthas. So it's a very great fortune that is a good friend of Saraswati. So when he is talking to us, Saraswati is talking to us. Compliments to you, Dr. Bharadwaj, and we expect more and more times to participate. And you are the World Association Vedic Studies. That means Vedic studies have got to be spread all over. And Saraswati is a Veda Saraswati, Purana Saraswati, ultimately Jnana Saraswati. And therefore this Jnana Saraswati, Amba Jnanes, Jnanamba, you find in Kalahasti. The moment you go to that Kalahasti Isvara Jyotirlinga, next to his great lingam, Jyotirlingam, we find Jnana Prasunamba. So that is Jnana Prasuna. That Prasuna is important. So we must want Gnana, then Vijnana, then Brahma. Therefore, in Mahanarana Upanishad or in Taittiriya Upanishad or anywhere, especially in Upanishads, we get more and more knowledge about the Saraswati and Saraswati Ananda. And in fact, we come to know that all are Saraswatas, because Saraswati seems to be the mother who has given rise for the Brahmins and all people to love knowledge, to grow in knowledge, to merge in knowledge, to get emancipation through knowledge. So happy time. Now, I think you can ask Vasan. Next,
Yeah,
Prasad.
Vasan sir, yes. He's giving the concluding word. Thanks.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Prashant Bharadwaj sir. You have enlightened us with your research with the Saraswati, that it is not a myth and it is live river. And I'll thank, but also we can we link with the river, the Vedic view of the Saraswati. Thank you one and all, those who are participating in this program. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryankaravavahai Tejasvi Navaditamastu Mavitvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Shri Veda Purusha Ashirvadostu. Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Guruji, Namaste.